Hey everyone, this is Fallon, the creator and co-director of Instability, and I'm here today with Bailey. Can you tell me what your role is on Instability?
Yeah, so I play the character Hannah.
Oh, thank God I forgot. What drew you to this character?
Um, so initially when I auditioned, I wasn't quite sure what character I was going to be considered for. Initially, I think I was cast in the role of Melanie.
That's
Um,
correct.
but that was originally, we were going to do a little bit more rigorous shooting schedule for last summer. But due to time constraints and budget concerns, we pared down filming a little bit. And I was able to take on a larger role in the show. So that's how I became Hannah, one of the main characters.
Yay! Also, give us money. How do you relate to Hannah?
I have a lot in common with Hannah, actually, which was funny to find out reading the script. So I believe Hannah is a Spanish double major, or was it
I think
art major and
art
then
and
Spanish
psychology made double major and
Spanish
Spanish minor.
minor? Which so I also double majored in college. I did English and Spanish as a double major. Um, I don't know how much we can go into for spoilers, but we had a similar college experience at one point.
I don't know.
But anyway, Hannah is also fairly shy at first and eventually comes out of her shell a little bit, which I really related to. That was definitely a major experience for me, both in college where the show is set and then beyond college as well.
Do you also share a zodiac sign with Hannah?
So I am an Aries
You
sun.
failed the pop quiz.
I don't remember Hannah's star sign, which I should because it's kind of a point in the show where it gets brought up. But
Another character is obsessive,
I
yes.
don't remember. You'll have to watch and find out, and I will too.
I'll tell you because you can access it. It's a Capricorn,
Capricorn. Oh
which is
yeah.
not very similar to Aries.
No, absolutely not. I don't get along well with Capricorns usually.
I don't get along with Capricorn men.
Okay.
They suck. But they're men, so have you starred in anything else?
So I did a lot of theater as a kid, mostly in middle school, high school. In high school, my favorite, I did a play called The Anatomy of Grey, which has nothing to do with Grey's Anatomy, which was disappointing. But I was the main character in that my senior year of high school. Actually, I was cast also with one of our directors of Instability, not
No
you,
way.
the other one.
Oh, was I in a play and I forgot?
Um, but yeah, I did a couple other shows, some musical theater, some straight plays. I kind of didn't do it so much in college. I did do a community theater play 2 summers ago. Looking to get back a little bit into the theater acting, but for now the stage acting or the screen acting has been a really fun venture, a little bit different.
Yeah, it's been fun. How does it compare to theater acting?
It's pretty different. So that was something I wasn't quite sure what it was gonna be like. The difference between acting for theater versus acting for the screen. Um, Certainly a little bit less rehearsal time. As a group. So when I've done, theater productions, it's been through school or community theater. You're in a theater every day for like 3 months straight, rehearsing and practicing lines together and working really closely with directors and other folks. And then it all comes together and you do, a run of shows at the end. This was pretty pared down. This was learning lines individually. We got together for a couple read throughs. But then we were on location and we had a limited amount of film and we had a limited amount of takes and time at location to get everything just right. So it was a
Yeah.
little stressful. It was a little different.
Why don't you just take me out back and beat me for
No,
that?
what?
I'm just kidding. I was winging it. I didn't know how to do it yet. So rehearsals are hard when everyone's from like Milwaukee and Minnesota. But yeah,
Yeah.
I wish we could do that. It's just very difficult, especially like we just scheduled the online read through.
Mhm.
That took us like a month to schedule.
Well, just a different production style that was new to me.
Yes, and me. I didn't know what I was doing. But I'm winging it and doing okay. Everyone says I'm doing pretty well, so I'll take it.
You're doing great.
Thank you.
You're a fearless leader.
I'm so scared.
Fearless, maybe not the best adjective for that, maybe.
I put the facade on.
Okay, yes, you absolutely do. You project very well. You project confidence very well.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Well, speaking of filming, we recorded the pilot already. Did you enjoy your time on set? Like, did you have a favorite memory when we were on set?
Yeah, being on set was really, really cool. I It was a little overwhelming at times. There was a lot of hubbub and a lot of things going on, and getting everything just right. Um, I liked the opportunity to, whenever we would have downtime where maybe they were resetting lights or resetting camera or something, getting to connect and do some last minute read throughs with the other actors in the scene, making sure that we're getting everything just right. A lot of like laughs on set and just a pretty joyful atmosphere. A lot of really great people working on this project. So that was probably my favorite part, was connecting with other people on set.
Yeah, we are very joyful. We're very fun too. Maybe you should be a part of it. I don't know. If there's funding. Okay. What are you most looking forward to on set for episode 2? Because we're filming this summer.
Yeah, so we've got a couple days on set again. I guess I'm just looking forward to seeing everybody again. I think this summer we've got some of the kinks ironed out where we're a little bit more confident. We know what we're doing a little bit more as far as getting like schedules, getting different takes of stuff, different shots with the cameras and stuff. So I am looking forward to I'm really looking forward to improving on last summer. And then I'm going to come in way more prepared than I was last summer, and everybody's going to come in and we're going to have a great time.
Yeah, I think we're all going to be more prepared and it's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll get done even earlier on set this year.
Ooh.
Okay, but let's not make any promises. What is the first thing that comes to mind when you think of your character?
So when I think of Hannah, I really think of like resilience. I think that's something that she embodies throughout her story. She Again, we've talked a little bit about how I relate to her and kind of the timidness and coming out of her shell and connecting with the other characters, with her new best friends, and as a whole is really kind of taking chances and portraying some different types of relationships that aren't always seen on screen. I know you talked a little bit about some of those coming from things that you've seen or some things that you've experienced.
Yep.
I want to interview you back, like as a writer. How do you like?
I'll let you do it.
I know I'm the one being interviewed for, but as a writer, some of those things, where what are some of the things you're taking inspiration from?
Okay, I guess I'm being interviewed now. What is going on?
Gotcha.
I've been got. I think we've gone through all of our questions anyway. Well, I actually take an inspiration from other TV shows, such as How I Met Your Mother and Euphoria, which is like it's not as gritty as Euphoria, but I took like the voiceover ideas from Euphoria and How I Met Your Mother.
Mhm.
And actually, the ideas came, like the relationships, like friendships, came from a friendship I had when I was 18, 19 years old. I actually met them at the restaurant we worked at. We weren't college roommates. I wrote Zayden who is going to be in the pilot episode and a series regular for the whole show. I wrote him as, I kind of just made him up. Golden Retriever. He was based on somebody, but I don't want to like give away anything because I think I'll give away a spoiler if I say it. And Fiona will have a relationship in the future, and I based that man off of a situationship I was in.
What about Hannah?
Hannah?
Where does Hannah come from?
The friendship. I had a friendship with these two girls. There were two different. So Fiona,
Okay.
Fiona is me, in case anyone's wondering. I just can't tell you who Claudia and Hannah are.
Okay. Gotcha.
I can't name drop. That's
Yeah,
grounds for suing, and I won't let it happen.
that's polite. Especially with the roommate dynamic, I was drawing from my college experience a little bit there. My senior year of college, I lived in a house with some of my best friends, and we are still all in contact. We're all getting together this summer to go to concerts, even though we've graduated and left behind our university. We all drive a couple hours each to go get together and see each other.
That's beautiful. Unfortunately, I never did live with these two girls.
So
Yeah.
when they're all getting together to catch up
Yeah.
at the diner again, that, I'm hoping in 5-10 years that I'm still doing that with my college roommates.
Yes. In 2031.
In 2031.
Because that is when the diner scenes take place.
And
2031.
that'll be when we film our last episode.
Probably. No, what I'm hoping is season 3 will come out in 2031, making it like the perfect end. That's my hope. But we need funding.
How many episodes are in season 1?
12.
Okay. And it's going
to be 3 seasons.
Actually, pacing wise, season 1 is going to be done in 2036.
Yeah, that's why we need funding. I'm making a Kickstarter, so I just started on the work for it though, so I have no idea how long that's going to take. But give us money. Money, please. Okay, if you've seen Parks and Rec, you'll know that. If not, please just ignore that. Did you have anything else that you wanted to talk about? Because I am out of questions, but I was supposed to be interviewing you.
Mm-hmm.
What are your goals for episode 2?
I'm gonna know all of my lines when I get to set this time around.
That's what a director likes to hear.
There was a moment in the pilot episode we were filming, and I could not get the line right, and it was embarrassing. And I will never do that again.
Well, luckily, your director's pretty cool and doesn't get mad as long as the line has the same meaning.
Yeah, it went okay. We got there eventually. We got something out.
The hardest day was the diner.
Yeah, the diner was a lot.
That was a lot. That was hard for me. I'm glad it's out of the way. That's all 12 episodes of the diner besides what we're doing in 2019 for the... So...
Yeah, that's a behind-the-scenes secret. Is that all of the 2031 scenes we filmed all in one day, and we actually filmed that all, I think, first.
Yeah, first. It was hard, too. It was like a 12-hour day.
Yeah.
I didn't know what I was doing, and we were moving the camera back and forth, and I was like, I didn't make a shot list because I didn't know what a shot list was.
Yeah, so I guess my question for you're being interviewed again.
Okay.
Why is Instability a TV show and not a play or a movie or
God, that's
any
a good
other
question.
like medium? Why not write a novel? Why is Instability
I actually almost did just turn it into a novel because I was so disencouraged. I don't even know if that's a word. Thank you. Yeah, I shouldn't write.
I speak 2 languages.
Discouraged. I was so discouraged by like what it took to like write a TV show that I almost did just turn it into a book, but I didn't know like I was gonna turn it into a mystery book, and I was like, I hate this. Like, so it almost was a book instead, and I don't know why not a movie. I just started writing in a notebook one day, and I decided it would be a TV show.
Okay.
Because I love TV shows. I think it's just a personal thing of me loving like sitcoms and dramas and unreliable narrators.
So when we release, because it's not being released on network television.
No.
Is it a web series though?
Yeah, technically. Technically.
Okay.
But hopefully one day it'll be a TV series. There's plenty of TV shows that started off as a YouTube series.
That's true. That is a true story.
So that's the hope.
Okay.
That's the goal. I don't know what I'm doing in the industry, and we live in Wisconsin, so it's even harder. I don't know many agents in LA that are like, yeah, let's let you film in Wisconsin. I don't know.
Well, yeah, actually, I went to a talk about that. It wasn't a full talk, but I was at a independent film screening, and they talked about there is actually a bill being lobbied in Wisconsin to give more. Oh, what was it? I should look this up before I spout misinformation. Fascinating. Hold on.
We don't do misinformation here.
This
Okay,
is, this
we're
is,
back.
This is on WPR.org, so that's a fairly credible source. Um, Action Wisconsin is the name of the advocacy group because Wisconsin is one of 4 states that doesn't have a dedicated film office and one of 13 states that doesn't offer tax incentives for film or TV productions. And Governor Tony Evers' 2025 to 2027 budget proposal calls for reviving tax credits for film production companies and calls for the creation of a state film office.
Okay, sweet. Also, does this mean the receipts I've been collecting from our production means I can't claim them on my taxes?
Yeah, I think so, actually. I do think that is what that means. I'm not a tax
I don't have a
professional.
film
Don't take
company,
tax
though.
advice for me. That's a legitimate legal reason why there's not a lot of film production in Wisconsin is because other states offer better tax incentives and have a governmental film office that regulate and offer benefits to production companies to film there. And I love Wisconsin. I've lived my whole life in Wisconsin. I think Wisconsin has some of the most beautiful parks and
We should just
wildlife.
turn the
and
camera around and show you.
We're at a beautiful river scene in the middle of my tiny town. And I think that, that natural beauty of Wisconsin would get a lot more recognition if there was better representation on screen. So, call your representatives.
Yeah, I didn't even know this. I guess, well, I mean, I already knew that film was political, but I didn't know just how political it could get. I guess I'll be calling my representative. And also, the area that we live in, we have such great community members. Like, I found sets in the area pretty easily. I mean, it was a lot of work, but like people agreed pretty easily. They're very kind and helpful. And
I was very impressed with that, with the way, um, yeah, local businesses and local people were, yeah, extremely accommodating for us to go on site to film places with, we didn't have a budget. We weren't renting out venues or sets really. It was more of, yeah, like a person to person small business agreement, which I think is really cool. I think Wisconsin does have that Midwest nice, but it goes beyond that, right? Because
yeah,
it is a genuine kindness and sense of community that I feel in general.
yeah. So special thanks to Mims,
Yes.
Oshkosh Food Co-op, and Commodore Club, and coming up, Sante Wine Bar. We haven't filmed there yet, but we will this summer.
Ooh, it's exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should follow Instability on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. That's all we have right now.
Oh, I will mention that this isn't a snub. I was offered the chance to shout out my own socials, and I declined.
Oh, right, yeah. I'm not that rude. Come on, Okay, let me just ask. Would you like to shamelessly self-promote?
No, don't perceive me online, please.
There we go.